I'm Chef Gail Sokol and welcome to my kitchen. Today we're making buttercream, and not just any buttercream, because there are many different types of buttercream. There's simple buttercream, there's French buttercream. We are going to Italy. Ciao, ciao, baby. We are making an Italian buttercream, and that involves making a sugar syrup and beating it into egg whites. Now, if you have ever made a French buttercream, that uses only the yolks of the egg. So in my electric mixer, I have 7 egg whites. That's all I have, 7 egg whites, and we'll get started on that in a second. But first, we have to make our sugar syrup, because our sugar syrup is actually going to cook our egg whites as we beat them in slowly. All right, so we have to get this sugar syrup to 240 degrees on a candy thermometer. So I have 1 cup of granulated sugar in my saucepan. And I'm going to add 1/4 cup plus a tablespoon of water. All right, just regular water. And what I'm going to do is stir it, but I'm not going to stir too much. Remember, this is a sugar syrup. We don't want any grittiness. We don't want it to caramelize. We don't want it to have those little bitty grits of sugar in our buttercream. We want it smooth, all right? So I'm stirring just a little bit to get that sugar dissolved in the water. And then I'm going to take the spoon. I'm getting rid of it. All right, no more spoon. And the only thing I'm going to use now is a little water with a pastry brush. And if I see any bits of sugar, and I do, and I can show you, you can see that there's little bits of sugar around. I'm just going to put that pastry brush that's dipped in water, I'm just going to go around the sides and brush it down. You should only have to do that a few times, and then you don't even need the sugar, the water anymore. So you're just going to leave this on. I'm going to put my candy thermometer on here, and we're looking for 240 degrees. All right. And sometimes, it just takes a few minutes. But in the meantime, I have 7 egg whites in my electric mixer. I'm using my whip attachment, no paddle. We want the whip. We have to get really serious with these egg whites, all right? So you're gonna put this on. And I'm going to start beating my egg whites until they become foamy. And I'm beginning to boil here. It's gonna take a little while. The sugar's gonna have to dissolve. It's going to have to actually break the bonds of sucrose. Those 2 simple sugars are going to break and actually start forming this viscousy sugar syrup that we so love in our buttercream. Now, I have 3/4 of a teaspoon of cream of tartar. That's not going to make my meringues. I'm really making a meringue here. It's not going to make it any more voluminous. It's just going to stabilize it, because cream of tartar is an acid, and it's going to denature some of the proteins and the albumin of the egg white. Now we're boiling here. I feel like I need to be an octopus. So I'm going to keep this going. While I'm waiting for this to get to soft peaks, I have 1/4 cup of granulated sugar. So I have 1 cup of sugar in here and 1/4 cup of sugar here. And that's just going to help build our meringue when we get ready for it. You can come and see our syrup is boiling nicely. It's climbing. It's still below 200, but it's approaching 200. It looks still sort of watery, but you'll see bubble upon bubble, almost volcanic looking. And that is how you know it starts getting more viscous, and 240 degrees is coming close. We're not there yet. In the meantime, let me show you what this looks like. We don't want to actually get this too, at the peak stage too much. I want to show you. See, they're still sort of foamy, but not stiff peaks yet. We're going to get stiff peaks, and I'm going to wait to add that sugar, that 1/4 cup of sugar, till I get closer to the 240 degrees. All right? So we're going to be building a meringue and egg foam in here. We've got our sugar syrup in here, and this hot boiling sugar syrup is going to be put into the egg whites. And then we're going to add 5 sticks of softened butter and a little chocolate too. So we got a lot going on here. We're busy. So I'm going to slowly turn this up to warp speed. And I'm going to add my sugar a little at a time, maybe about a tablespoon at a time. Let it incorporate. Add a little more. You can always shut off your beater. This is how you sort of coordinate what you need to do. If this gets to stiff peaks too soon, just shut off your beater and wait for this to get to 240. We're right now at about 210. All right, so we're almost there, and I'll show you what this looks like in a sec. These look beautiful and voluminous. We're almost there. And notice I'm not stirring my pot. I'm not giving it a swirl because I don't want any grittiness. I want to leave that beautiful sugar syrup to be nice and smooth. We're almost there. Okay, into my sugar. And I'm going to put it on high speed. And now I want to show you what it looks like, because you're going to see that? That is basically your stiff peaks. And I'm leaving it now as it is, all right, and getting it ready. And now we're at 205, 10, 15, 20, 25. We're almost there, all right? In the meantime, I have melted 3/4 of a cup of semi-sweet or bittersweet chocolate over a warm water bath, and I'm letting it cool down a little bit. There's almost no water in here. I'm letting it cool down because we're going to add it to our meringue and our sugar syrup once they have cooled down. So that's a little bit later. So have patience. We are there. Shutting this off, getting rid of my thermometer. You see how volcanic and viscous that is? That's exactly what we want. All right, warp speed, Scotty. Here we go. We're going to go very slowly down the sides. You do not want it to go onto the beaters directly, because what it'll do is it'll form little bits of sugar that will be hard little rocks in your frosting. So go very slow. Remember, it's super hot here too. Very slow. We're on high speed. Better down the sides than directly on the beater, okay? Remember that. Keep going. Keep going. I'm almost at the end. No time to answer the phone or the doorbell, folks. We're making Italian buttercream. This is serious business. Now, we feel our bowl. It is hot. Our bowl feels hot, ooh, because of that sugar syrup. And that is cooking the proteins in this beautiful meringue, the albumin of the egg whites. So we're going to keep this beating. Don't turn it off until this feels cool to the touch. If we add our butter now, it's going to melt and break the emulsion, because that's what we're building. So I'll see you when this is cool. All right, so the bottom of my bowl feels barely warm, because I don't want to melt all this glorious butter. This is 5 sticks of unsalted butter. And it's got to be a solid butter. It's got to be a solid fat. So on medium to high speed, I'm going to start adding this. All right, and let it slowly incorporate. It's going to take some time. This gorgeous buttercream. Just going to get that in there. Before we add our flavoring agent, which is our chocolate, our 3/4 of a cup of melted chocolate. So you're just going to let that incorporate, probably about a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons at a time. I usually do this with my hands, but I'm not going to be a heathen, because I want to get moving and not wash my hands for you. So you can see the meringue deflates a little. Don't worry about that. You're building an emulsion, a water and fat emulsion, and it actually is beginning to get this beautiful, beautiful creamy texture, less like a meringue and more like a buttercream. Very rich. This is one of the richest buttercreams. I'd have to say the richest is probably the French buttercream, because here we're using the egg whites, which have no fat. The French buttercream uses the yolks, which is the fat of the egg. So keep going. And then because the mixer doesn't get up the sides, we will incorporate with a rubber spatula after. So this is very soft, but not melted butter. Very soft. You can tell it's soft, very malleable. Let one piece incorporate before you add the other, and then I start increasing the speed. If you see that it starts looking a little funky, like it's breaking, don't worry about it. As you add your butter, it will reincorporate. And it's gorgeous. So at this point, you could add some vanilla extract and call this a vanilla Italian buttercream. And that's cool. That would be great. Well, we're going to make it chocolate because we're going to incorporate melted chocolate. Semi-sweet or bittersweet, I would not use unsweetened. Keep going. I'm going to turn the, so you want it between medium and medium-high. Just watch your mixer. Don't overload your mixer. So we're almost there. It's gorgeous, if I do say so myself. Okay. So before I continue, I'm going to just show you, it's beautiful, but I'm going to just get the meringue down on the sides before I add my chocolates. We do need to add our chocolate now. And our chocolate has the reverse issue. We don't want it to melt the butter, so we want it to be melted and slightly cooled. All right? So I'm just going to get that all fully in. And then on medium speed, remember when you melt chocolate, it always has that condensation. So you always want to wipe around. You don't want to drag that water into whatever you're making. And then we're going to, you can see it's still fluid, but it's not hot. So you ready? We're going to go abracadabra, become a chocolate Italian buttercream. And you're going to see it. Now, Italian buttercreams are not going to be super deep in color like a ganache. It will be a light chocolate, but really delicious. And you'll see, if you put it on a chocolate cake, which is what I plan on doing later, it has a beautiful contrast between the chocolate cake and the frosting, because the frosting's a little bit lighter. I love contrasts, especially with cakes. They just look so beautiful. So I have all my chocolate in there, get it down. And you know me, when you have an electric mixer, not everything gets totally incorporated with this particular bowl, the way it's made. So you're going to get this off of here. All right, and you can see that we're going to get rid of that. And it's going to be very light. All right. And then I'm going to take it off the base. And it's light, but we're going to incorporate the rest of that chocolate. And you want to use it now, although you could refrigerate or freeze this. Now, if you froze it, you would have to thaw it in the fridge and then put it at room temperature when the day you want to use it, so that you can actually get it to this consistency, because this is spreadable. This is beautiful. Oh, this is glorious. Glorious. And you want to get all around the sides. Get it so that there's no streaky chocolate. All right. And this is your beautiful, light Italian buttercream. It's so light, so it doesn't have the heaviness of some other buttercreams that you might make. Some simple buttercreams sometimes can be a little heavy, but this is beautiful. This is just so light and airy. And if I show you a chocolate cake, I'm going to slide my chocolate cake over. Look at the difference. So when you frost it, you're going to have that beautiful contrast, the dark cake and the light frosting. So I hope you try this chocolate Italian buttercream. It is simply divine. Don't be afraid. Step by step, you can do it. I hope you become a subscriber. Till next time.